Far beyond the outer planets, beyond the fading influence of the Sun, a lonely spacecraft continues a journey that began almost half a century ago. In a region where sunlight is little more than a distant memory, Voyager 2 drifts silently through interstellar space, carrying with it one of humanity's oldest messages to the cosmos. Launched in 1977, Voyager 2 was never expected to survive this long. Its primary mission was to explore the giant planets before disappearing into the darkness beyond our solar system. Yet decade after decade, it continued traveling farther than anyone imagined, becoming one of humanity's most distant explorers. Every faint signal it sends home is a reminder that even after nearly 50 years, this remarkable spacecraft is still alive. For most of that time, its transmissions followed a familiar pattern. They contained engineering updates, measurements of magnetic fields, plasma waves, and the harsh environment between the stars. Scientists had grown accustomed to these quiet reports from the edge of the solar system. Then something unexpected happened. During a recent transmission, researchers noticed an unusual feature buried within Voyager 2's incoming data. At first, it looked like ordinary background interference, the kind of random noise that occasionally appears in extremely weak radio signals traveling billions of kilometers through space. But the more carefully they examined it, the stranger it became. Hidden beneath the static was a repeating pulse. Unlike natural cosmic noise, the bursts appeared at perfectly regular intervals. They followed a precise rhythm that immediately caught the attention of engineers monitoring the deep space network. Random interference shouldn't behave with such consistency, and that simple observation was enough to trigger a deeper investigation. Initially, mission specialists suspected an equipment issue. Perhaps aging hardware aboard Voyager 2 was producing unexpected artifacts, or maybe Earth's receiving antennas had introduced subtle distortions into the signal. Similar possibilities were tested one after another, but none fully explained the mysterious pattern. As scientists compared the latest transmission with archived telemetry, they made an intriguing discovery. A remarkably similar pulse had appeared weeks earlier, but because it was much weaker, it had been dismissed as insignificant background noise. Only after modern signal processing techniques were applied did the hidden repetition become impossible to ignore. The mystery deepened when advanced filtering revealed that the pulse wasn't fading away. Instead, its strength appeared to be increasing over time. Even more surprising, analysis suggested the source wasn't coming from Voyager's onboard systems at all. Whatever was producing the signal seemed to exist somewhere outside the spacecraft itself. Researchers then turned to its frequency profile. The strange emission carried characteristics unlike the natural radio noise typically detected in interstellar space. Some scientists described it as resembling a spectral fingerprint, a recognizable structure embedded within the transmission rather than random fluctuations. Although no consensus emerged about its origin, the unusual pattern quickly became the focus of intense discussion. One idea proposed that the signal represented an extremely rare natural phenomenon that had never before been observed. Others wondered whether an unknown object somewhere near Voyager's path could somehow be influencing the spacecraft's radio transmissions. While these possibilities remained entirely speculative, everyone agreed on one thing: the anomaly deserved careful investigation. Using precise timing measurements and detailed frequency analysis, engineers attempted to estimate where the mysterious pulse originated. The preliminary results suggested something unexpected. The source did not appear to remain fixed in one location. Instead, it seemed to shift gradually, almost as though it were moving through space along a direction remarkably similar to Voyager 2's own trajectory. If those calculations proved accurate, the implications would be extraordinary. The object's apparent motion didn't resemble the predictable path expected from an ordinary asteroid or distant comet. Instead, its estimated position changed in subtle ways that were difficult to explain using conventional orbital models. Computer simulations struggled to reproduce the behavior, leaving researchers with more questions than answers. As additional observations accumulated, another curious possibility emerged. Rather than transmitting an entirely separate signal, the unknown source appeared to modify and reflect portions of Voyager's own radio emissions before they reached Earth. If true, the anomaly was behaving less like a beacon and more like an echo, repeating familiar information in an unfamiliar form. Naturally, speculation spread quickly. Some imagined an undiscovered object wandering through interstellar space, while others suggested far more extraordinary explanations. Yet despite the growing excitement, scientists remained cautious, emphasizing that no evidence supported sensational conclusions. Even so, one fact remained impossible to ignore. After decades of quiet, predictable communication, Voyager 2 had delivered a mystery unlike anything mission controllers had encountered before. Whether the explanation ultimately proved to be an unusual natural phenomenon or something entirely unexpected, the spacecraft had once again reminded humanity that the frontier beyond our solar system still holds countless secrets waiting to be uncovered.